Hello again, this is Robert Veach here, and this is my video review of the Emerson White Rogers brand. This is the 1F86-344. This is a digital thermostat for single stage systems. This has a backlit display, making it easy to read, easy to use because it's non-programmable. I didn't want to have a programmable one. I'm going to show you, I'm going to be replacing the version from the same company that has programmability, and I wanted to just make it simpler to have a simpler unit like this. This will work with any single stage system, heat and cool, or heat alone, or just cool alone. And we're going to show how to wire it up. And it has permanent program retention during power loss. And I assume that means if the batteries die, because the house power is not part of this. Now, other thermostats on the market work plus or minus 3 degrees, plus on an average for it's called the swing, and that's for the old mechanical ones. Some of the new electronic ones will be plus or minus 2 or plus or minus 1.5 degrees. This particular unit goes plus or minus 1 degree, and that's to call the swing. And that's really important. That means that if the temperature drops about 1 degree and this detects it, it will then kick on your heat or your cool. So you don't have to wait for such a large swing in temperature or coolness or heat. So the package comes complete with this unit, an instruction showing the transformers and how you're set up, and some mounting screws and some anchors for drywall. Now I'm going to open this up to show you what's inside here. It's a snap fit, so you just use any simple tool to open it up. And here's the inside of the unit. Here's the display, the electronics. It comes with batteries included. Now there's a tab right here that you have to remove. And then once you remove that, it should come on. And now you can see that the display is kicking in, and it shows 67 degrees right away right there. And then of course that's the heat position. And you can see it's set default to 62 degrees. And if I open this up right here, we can see that's heat, and this is auto and fan on. And just a simple up and down, and you can see the LED light comes on showing you that. And there is a switch in here, right here. To the right is heat, it's gas, I'm sorry, and to the left is electric. So if you have electric, you want to go to the left, and gas, you want to go to the right. Now we're going to install this. I'm going to show you upstairs. I'm going to be replacing the previous unit that looks a lot like this. Hopefully the mounts will be the same. And we'll go over all these terminals like the RC and RH. The RH is your heater transformer. The C is your cooling transformer. Out of a lot of homes they're together, so that's why there's a jumper lead right there. If you have separate transformers, you can remove that lead. Then we have the B connection, the W for heat, and on this side we have the Y, the O, the G, and the C. We're only going to use a couple of those. So let's go upstairs and give this a try. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the wires from the old thermostat, which is a similar unit, same company, a previous model. This one has programming, as you can see right here. So I'm going to label each one of the wires. I wrote a label as I remove them so that I can keep track of what's what. These are 2 extra wires, the brown and the blue, which aren't used. So we have the wires removed, and I put labels on all the different colors. White being the W, green being the fan on, and the white, by the way, is the heat draw. The red is the transformer heat and cold, and that's typically the red color R. And we got the green, which is fan on, and the yellow, which is air compressor. Now just to be safe, I'm going to cut the old copper off and restrip a new section. I have the old thermostat removed, and I pull the wires through. I'm going to restrip about 1/4 inch off the end of the wires. Now before I strip those wires, I don't want them to touch and turn on the compressor accidentally or the heat. The compressor in particular, you don't want to ever turn it on when it's below 50 degrees outside. So right now it's about 25 degrees. So before I strip those, I'm checking the fit. I fed the wires through, and the holes match the previous holes, so I can mount the new thermostat. So the screws match the one that was on there before, which is nice. And I'm slowly putting the wires in there that I stripped 1/4 inch. You're going to need a small Phillips head screwdriver, and there are blue terminal strips right here, and on the end at about a 45-degree angle is where you can loosen and tighten them. Loosen them counterclockwise and you tighten them clockwise, and you hook up the red, the white, the yellow, and the green, matching the colors that are on here that are labeled appropriately. So it's very simple. On most furnaces you have the heat, which is the W, which is white. The red goes to the RH and the RC, which are jumpered across, which is your heat transformer and your cool transformer, and that goes to the red wire. Your green, which is fan on, goes to the G or the green, and then the yellow, which is the air compressor, goes to the Y, and it's the yellow wire, and that's the whole wiring. So now I have all the wires connected, and I pushed it into the little box right there. And the first thing I'm going to check is make sure that it's on auto first, and I'm going to put the fan on. And what that does is it turns the fan on the system. And I just did that test, and now I hear it. So I'm going to put it back to auto. Now make sure you don't go to cool in the winter time. Now I'm going to put it on heat. That's that position right there. And then you see that it comes on right there. Now because I'm standing right by it, it's at 68 degrees. So right now it's showing me 63 degrees is what it's set at. So for the heat to come on, I would have to increase this. So let's go to 69. I heard a click. And now I hear in my basement, I hear the inducer kicking on, which means that it called for heat properly. So it looks like it's working. Now what you want to do, after you've tucked the wires in, I just take it and it snaps right on, put it on heat and on auto, close it up, and you're all set. Now there is I'm going to turn the studio light off here, and let's see if I can show you see how it lights up, and you can increase or decrease the temperature. So what I really like about this is simplicity, very large display, and you have temperature on the left and what temperature you want on the right, and very simple to use. So what do I think about this White Rogers thermostat, non-programmable? I think it's a great value, and I think it works excellent, and it's so simple to use. My wife loves it with a big display, so I'm going to give this a full 5-star rating on my channel. I hope this video review helped you with your buying decisions. Thanks for watching.